Hey guys, Ivan here, and in this video I want to show you the Google Ads approved way to promote affiliate products on Google Ads as we're approaching 2023. So this is a hot topic. I get a lot of requests from you guys saying that your Google Ads account, your Microsoft Ads account have been disapproved. And so what I did was I created a brand new ClickBank account, a brand new Google Ads account, just so I can test this way and see if it's going to work and see if my account's going to get disapproved. And I made about $1,000 here, $1,000 over the past week or so that I've been running. Over here, my ads were under review for a long time after I made some changes. But in general, as you can see, pretty good earnings. And over here, this is going to be the campaign, ProDentim review website. In this case, the product was ProDentim. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do the ad, how to create the website. We're going to be building a website that's going to look something like this. And it's going to be a review, basically. And the difference between this and my other videos where I show you how to build a website is that I'm going to go into more detail here, and I'm going to show you how to add the terms, the conditions, as well as how to make your life easier and use a plugin called Optimize Press for your site so that it's just easier for you to edit. Because WordPress by itself, it's good and great, and it works if you know how to use it. But using another tool like Optimize Press to make it easier for you will be even better. So we're going to get into all of this. Just a disclaimer, just because my ads were approved and my ads are running and the ads for other people that are using this exact same method are running, doesn't mean that I'm going to guarantee and tell you that if you do this, 100% you're going to be approved on Google. I'm not Google. I have no idea of your history with Google. I don't know any of that. So just because it works for me and other people that are using this method, again, I can't guarantee that for sure 100% everything's going to be great with you because I don't know your Google history. I don't know what cards you're using. I don't know what payment information you're using. I don't know what website you're using, all right? So just kind of putting that out there. But we're going to get into it here. So before we do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on more content like this where I show you how to make money online, all right? So let's get into it. So in order to create a website like this, we will need hosting and we will need a domain. And you guys can use whatever hosting provider you want. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be going with Hostinger. So if you guys go to go.ivanmana.com/Hostinger, this is my affiliate link, but you guys are going to get a special discount. This video was hosted by Hostinger, and I'm going to show you absolutely everything here behind my shoulder. So once you're here, what you're going to do is click on Claim Deal. And you can pick whatever plan you want. I think we're going to go with this premium shared hosting just because it has the best value, the best bang for its buck. So it comes with SSL. It comes with a free domain, which is indeed a $10 value if you buy a .com domain, so a good domain. They have amazing support, 24/7, 365 support. They do have a money-back guarantee. So worst case scenario, you say, okay, affiliate marketing isn't for me. I want to go do something else. You can get money back. 99.9% uptime guarantee, which is true. I haven't experienced any outages on my site, things like that. And this one does come with more websites. So if you are an affiliate and you say, hey, I want one website like this, and then I want to add another one for something else for make money online, you can do that with this plan. So we're going to click on Add to Cart here. And this is where you're going to select your plan. So if you are sure dead set you want to commit on affiliate marketing, this one will have the most bang for your buck as well. So you're going to be saving the most here. We're going to go with this 1-year package. And it's actually, like I said, it's incredibly, incredibly affordable. So you'll only be paying like $35 or so, and even cheaper with the discount for a full year. So like you'll be set for a website, for a full year. So the next thing you're going to have to do is enter your email here and then enter your credit card information. And before you enter all this in, guys, if you just click here and say type, get a coupon code, type in Ivan Mana, my name in caps, say apply, and you will get at least another $3 off or so. So not a bad thing to have. So what I'm going to do is enter my email and enter all my payment details, and I'm going to see you guys on the next page. And so once you pay, it's going to say that it's going to redirect you to the control panel. So I'm just going to show you a few of the settings and features here before we go in and actually start editing the site and then selecting our product, adding it in, and actually running our Google ad. So the first thing here we're going to do is follow this little guided procedure. So we're going to click on Start Now. And we're going to create a new website unless you want to migrate it if you have an existing site already. So we're going to click Select. And then we're gonna select WordPress here, and then I'll show you how to add optimized press, which is gonna make your website creation process that much easier. So there's that. You can set your password. This is the password you're gonna use to log into your WordPress account whenever you're not logged into Hostinger. So I'm gonna go in and set something right here. And once you're done with that, you can click on continue. And then you can pick a theme here, but you don't have to. So I'm gonna click not now. So what I'm gonna say is skip and I don't need a template. And then we're gonna select the template once we're actually inside. And then we do have a free domain because of our plan. And we can enter a domain here. So I'm gonna enter a .com. Let's see if I can see .com. And let's suppose we wanna do a similar thing, right? Like this site where we wanna promote health products because health products are huge, like health supplements. And we can say maybe, not all caps, let's say healthy products today.com maybe. Let's click search and see if that's available. And it is. So that's the domain we're going to be using. You want to double check, make sure everything is good here. You're in North America. That's going to affect your server speed. That's the domain you want. We are installing WordPress, and this is going to be the email. So you'll click on finish setup. And now it's saying that healthy products is being registered. So we're going to give it a few seconds, and then I'm going to show you how to add the SSL certificate to your page so that you have this secure certificate right there. And then I'm gonna show you how to actually edit the page. And that's where we're gonna go in and start adding posts and changing our WordPress site and things like that. Once that part loads, you'll see something like this, which is gonna give a little percentage at the bottom. So I'm gonna pause the video again here and just let this catch up, and then I will see you on the next page as well. All right, and there you go. So it's finally ready. It just took probably less than a minute. So you can go straight into editing your website, but I just want to quickly show you the control panel and how you can adjust some features here. So we can close out of that. And over here, I just mainly want to show you to make sure that you have the SSL certificate because that's important. So if you guys go into advanced and go into SSL there on the left-hand side, you just want to make sure that this will say failed, but it will keep retrying. So it says here next auto retry in 8 minutes. So what you can do is you can reinstall it and reinstall. And what's going to happen is it will eventually install this certificate anywhere from half an hour to an hour, at least in my case is when I've been doing this. And you might be logged out of your site. So make sure that you save your WordPress site often. So once you do that, you can go back to dashboard. And then from here, we're going to click on edit website. And this is where we're going to be editing the main stuff on the site. So it looks something like this. All right. So I'm going to show you again some of the main settings and features you want to change first, and then we're going to go in and I'm going to show you how to add the posts. And we're also going to start adding, I'll show you how to add the disclaimers and stuff like that as well, because that's important. So we're going to go out of that. So this is your dashboard, your main WordPress interface that you're going to be using to actually build content on, right? So the first thing I want to do is head over into plugins and click on installed plugins. And I want to delete this opt-in monster because it keeps being annoying with that. So we're going to scroll down and find opt-in monster and click on deactivate right here. And then we can also just delete it, or we can select it and click delete here, or we can just click delete right over there. And then we will install some plugins here as well. So what you want to do from this plugins option, the first thing you want to do is let's set up our like privacy policies and stuff like that. So you're going to click on add new, and then you're going to type in legal here. Just type in legal. And you can either install this one right here or this one right here. And these are just kind of policy generators that are going to make it easier for you to just have these things available on your site. And let's try it again. Okay, and then we're going to activate plugin. And good, so we have that. So that's available. So once we start editing our pages, we're going to go in here. And now you see you have a new menu option here on the left that says legal pages. So we're going to use that. In the meantime, I do want to go into all users, click on all users, and you just want to make sure that you change your name to whatever you want to. So if you click on edit, if you don't want it to show your email, that's the nickname, you can change it to whatever you like. So let's say YouTube video, and then you'll be able to select it right here. And then whenever you add any posts, now this is going to be your nickname and your name, right? So your username will still be your email, but whenever you add posts or things like that, it's going to show as this name right here. So let's say Ivan Mana. And then that's the one we want, for example. And then you can scroll down and click on update profile. And now whenever, again, you add post, it's going to say that name as opposed to your email if you don't want to show your email, for example. Now, there are a few other things. If you go into settings over here, Let's just go over some of these options here. So if you go over general, this is where you can add information about your site. So your site title is probably not that. So let's say we want to say healthy products today. And then let's suppose we want to leave the tagline blank. You can scroll through, everything looks good. You can change the date format here. I think date and time format looks good for me. So we're going to click Save Changes. We can go into writing here. And this looks good. This is more of mail service stuff. So we're just going to leave that as is. We're going to go into reading, and you can select whether you want your homepage to display your latest posts or a specific page. So do you want your homepage to show, like, let's say you create a homepage. Do you want it to show that specific homepage, or do you want it to just show your blogs, basically? So that's going to be the blogs right there. So we're going to leave it as is. That's fine too. Under discussion, you can change the different settings as to when and where somebody can post or comment, things like that. Under media, this is going to say kind of the default image sizes. So if you upload an image, these are going to be the default sizes right here. You can go into permalinks. And this one I do like to change. So normally if you create a post or create a page, it's going to have this weird URL right here. So if you want a URL that's more consistent with whatever it is you wrote about, you would select post name right here. And so whenever you write a post about, let's say, how to make money online, and that's the title of your post, that's going to be the URL. So healthyproductstoday.com/make money online, or whatever it is. So that's going to be the option there. So I do like to select this post name. However, you can look around and use these options instead if you want. Like if you want a plain, just, post equals 1, 2, 3, or maybe you want a specific date in your URL, you can do that as well. So I'm going to click save. Privacy, this is like just the privacy policy. So that's fine. We're going to create a privacy policy page. You don't have to worry about that. And then Lightspeed Cache, I don't really use this, so you can just ignore that. So that's that. So let's now start off by, let's actually first select our theme. So let's go in and we're going to select our theme, and then we're going to go in and start adding posts and adding our legal terms, right? Because that's important for Google Ads. So we're going to go into themes, and you can select a theme. So you can click on add new theme here, and WordPress already gives you like 10,000 different options, theme options. So they have 5,000 under popular. They have 10,000 under latest. And you can go in and you can pick whichever you want. Now, after I show you how to do this basic editing stuff, I'm going to show you how, if you're willing to pay extra for optimized press, which is going to be like anywhere from $100 to $200 for the whole year, I'll show you how you can do that and how you can edit that as well, because it's just going to be so much easier. But I'll show you how to do this, which is just the basic stuff. So you can preview the page if you want to see what it looks like. And what you want to pay attention to is really just layout. You can change the layout as well. You can change the layout, change the colors, change the images. So don't pay attention too much as to what the exact image is, what the exact font is, because that's all changeable. You can change that. But you want to look at the layout here and see if the layout suits you for whatever you want to do. So in our case, we want to do like a health product, right? So you can even look for and see if maybe there's something like this, like a site that already has this theme. That way there's just less work for us to do. Because if it's already nice and green, right, maybe that's the color we want. We don't have to change it. So I like this. I'm going to click on install. And then once it's installed, we're going to click on activate. And then from here on, this is now our theme. So if we look at our site, if I right click here and I view the site, this is going to be the site. And it's not secure yet, but it will be very soon. So this is going to be basically the homepage. We're going to add menu options. We're going to add everything here in this video. I'll show you how to do that. So let's close out of that. And then what we want to do is we want to customize it. So this is where we'll be able to go in. You can change your image, change some colors, things like that. So every different theme will have different options. So not every single theme will have all these options here. Some themes have less, some themes have more. You can also buy themes which have even more customization options. And if you go to typography, you can choose what font you want. So actually, let's say we want Railway. And then it's going to change everything. So then it's going to say Railway for the headings and Railway for the body. And I believe this is Railway, I think. Or maybe in specific posts. But yeah, this looks like it did change. So we're going to go back. Site identity, this is kind of what we changed here. So if you want the title here, what you could also do is you can delete it and then you can just add a logo. So you can do that as well, and you can add a site icon here too. So if you have a designer, you can do that as well. And then, yeah, you can just play around. Like you can add a background image, which is going to cover the whole background, or you can add a header image. So a header image will be somewhere at the very top there. Sometimes it comes below your menu. So if we want to add a header image, let's click here. Let's click on add new image, and let's head over to a free image tool, and let's find some images of healthy food, maybe. Whatever our product is. Like over here, I don't really have an image. So for me, I go straight into blogs, and it goes like this. But this is also done using optimized press, and I'm going to show you exactly how you guys can do something like this. Right. So let's just go simple. Let's go with this one. Let's go free download. Let's say large download media. And we're going to come over here, and then we're just going to drag this file back here and wait for it to load a little bit. This looks good. We're going to click select and crop, because sometimes you want to crop it, not make it huge. So you can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You don't want to make it too big, because then people are going to have to scroll too much to see the content. But let's suppose I like this. We're going to click on crop image. And now our website already looks a little bigger. And let me... let's select and crop this. Let's say we want to make it a little bigger, because that just seemed a little too small. And we're going to say crop. And generally it should kind of be a little bigger, but in this case for this theme, no matter how much you crop, it's going to crop this specific area regardless of what you do. So keep that in mind. Now this doesn't really look too good here, the title now. So site identity, we can remove it. And then if you pay somebody to like do a logo or something, you can do that as well. And now that's even smaller. So yeah, so it's gonna depend on the theme greatly. So this theme, I guess, isn't super user-friendly in this regard, but that's okay. We'll play around with it anyway. So we'll click publish. Point is, this is where you can basically change stuff. So these are some of the options here. So let's go back. So let's start off by adding these legal pages first to your site, because that's going to be important. So close out of that. So we're going to head over into legal pages. We're going to go into all legal pages right here. And then there's nothing yet. Nothing's created. So you're going to click on add new legal page, and then you can choose a template. So let's say terms of use, and then you can click save page. Now, before you do that, actually, you want to go into settings. And here, as you can see, it logged us out. So we're going to have to log back in or go back to Hostinger and go in. And the reason it logs you in is because the site is now secure. So it does that. It's going to log you out. So you want to make sure that you remember that password that you set up earlier, or you can just close out of that and click on edit website once again. But now the site's going to be secure. So there you go. And now, as you can see, it's secure. And now if you visit the site, now it's secure and it looks like this. And yeah, so not a big fan of the theme because of the image there at the top, but that's okay. So there's that. So we were in legal pages. So let's go into settings here. And what you want to do first under settings is you want to first agree to their disclaimer. You want to say accept. And then you want to fill in these details. So you don't have to fill everything in, but fill in as much as information as you have or as much as you're comfortable with. So let's say our business name is Healthy Products Today. Our business niche is health. Our number, we're going to leave it blank. Because for some cases, for some of the legal terms, they're going to say like, hey, if you have questions, call this number, right? And so that's where you would call. That's where you would email. For the email, we could say, 1 minute here. For the address, we can leave it blank. And yeah, so let's say we're going to hit save. If you're doing professional terms and if you are actually like building out a fully professional website, I do suggest that you have all this information in. For the purpose of this testing, we're just going to leave it like this. But obviously, like the more serious you are, the more serious you got to be with your information, right? So there's that. You can go into miscellaneous settings as well. There's not many options here. So we're going to go back into all legal pages and we're going to click on add new. And so there are a few pages we have to add, right? So the main ones are really terms of use, privacy policy, and disclaimer. However, we can also add these as well. Cookie privacy policy, DMCA. So these are cool to have as well. So all you're going to do is let's start off with terms of use. You're simply going to click on that. You're going to name the page. So the page name is going to be terms of use. You can go through it and make sure that it looks good. And what it's going to do is it has a certain, it's going to have some of your information in brackets, like a phone number, address, like that in brackets, and then it's going to replace it with the information that you set. So in this case, it doesn't really have much. Yeah, so like here, it replaced your website URL with your website name, and yeah, stuff like that. So we're gonna click on Save Page, and now we've automatically created this legal page. So it's as quick as that. We're gonna go into Privacy Policy. We're gonna name it Privacy Policy, scroll up, make sure everything looks good. Sometimes if it says your address, for example, if it says, hey, contact us here, and you don't have an address, then just delete that part. So you can go in and you can just edit it, delete it. So that looks okay. We're gonna click Save. I'm gonna hit Save again. Yeah, okay, so it did save. So we're gonna go into Cookie Privacy Policy, and this is where it's gonna have the information, right? So you can go in and edit it, because this is the Cookie Privacy Policy. So for the Cookie Privacy Policy, you will need all that stuff, but we're just gonna click Save Page anyway. We're gonna go into DMCA. We're gonna Save Page, and then you can add this California Consumer Privacy Act as well if you would like. I'm not sure if you have to be in California to actually do this, or if as long as you're promoting to people in California, you need it. But either way, we can save the page. And then if you go on pages right here, all pages, you're gonna see all these new pages that you created right here, right? So the DMCA, the Cookie Privacy Policy, and then if you click on Edit, you can go in and actually make the changes. Now there is one more thing you need, and by the way, yeah, so it looks like we published the privacy policy several times, so let me delete it. Privacy policy, delete it. And this one here is, it's showing a little too much information. It's making these a little thick. So what I'm gonna do is go into plugins. I'm gonna go into install plugins, and let's delete that all-in-one SEO for now. We're just gonna deactivate it. And the other cool SEO tool I do like, by the way, is if you guys click on Add New. Sorry, it's a little bit out of order, but I do like to use Yoast SEO. Yoast SEO is really good. So we're gonna install that. And then we're gonna add it, we're gonna activate it. And now whenever we're gonna add posts or pages, we're gonna see how good we are in SEO wise. So let's go back into our pages. And now as you can see, it's a little more readable, otherwise it was way too big. Sample page, we can delete. And privacy policy, this is kind of the default privacy policy that came with it. So these are our legal terms, and it's under pages. Now the posts here, this is for your blogs. The pages are standalone pages. So it has everything except disclaimer. If you want a disclaimer, you will have to pay for this. So if you click on Add New Page, you will have to pay for the pro version. I don't know how much it costs, but if you want to add any of these additional disclaimers and disclosures here, you can do that here by paying for the plan. But what I'm gonna let you guys do is simply just go to my site here, happylifestylereviews.com, or yeah, healthylifestylereviews.com, and then click on disclaimer. And then you guys can just copy this. So you can just go in here, you can select copy, come back here and go into pages, all pages. You can do it either via legal pages or via here, and then you're just gonna click on Add New. And we're gonna paste all that information here, and then we're gonna say disclaimer. And then we're gonna hit publish, publish. And so now your disclaimer is live. And so now you should have all these legal pages. Now, if you wanna add more legal terms, you can as well, such as an affiliate disclaimer, disclosure, and we're gonna close out that cookie policy, such as an affiliate disclosure, such as references, you can add that as well, but this should be more than enough for you to get started. And so before we go in and actually start writing posts and start actually promoting our affiliate product, we need to put these out on our website, right? We need to make them available, especially for Google to see. So what we're gonna do is head over into appearances, and we're gonna right click widgets, and we're gonna say open in a new tab, or if you can open in a new tab, somehow do that, just so we can keep an eye out on these pages as well, and click on quick edit, see what the URL is. And so we wanna put these legal terms at the bottom of the page, right, in the footer. So you're gonna click on footer here, we're gonna click on plus, click on paragraph, because we wanna add it as a paragraph, and then we can add all these terms. So at the bottom of our page, we could say something like home. If you want to add other stuff, like for example, contact us page, you can as well. So you can say contact us, you can say about us, and then let's go back and see. So we have disclaimer in no particular order, that doesn't really matter, terms of use, and privacy policy. And then if you want to add more stuff like DMCA, California Protection Act, you can do that too. So let's say cookie privacy policy. We can add that here. Cookie privacy policy. And then what we can do is we can select everything. We can align it. And then if you click on each one, so we're going to click on home, for instance, and then we're going to add a link to it. And then we're going to add the link of our website, right? So we're going to, you said, what's the site? It's this one. So we're going to Control C to copy. and we're gonna paste it and we're gonna say go. And then we're gonna repeat the same thing. So for the contact us page, we don't have it yet, but we will create one. And I'm guessing the URL is gonna say contact us. Oops. This is gonna be the URL. And then for about us, we're gonna go here, we're gonna select it. We're gonna do that, we're gonna say about us. And we're gonna say next. And then for disclaimer, this is why we have this here. We wanna click on quick edit, and the slug is the word that comes after. So we're gonna select this disclaimer, we're gonna click on it, we're gonna type that, and we're gonna, it's called the disclaimer, right? We're gonna do that. And then for terms of use, we're gonna click cancel. Terms of use is just terms of use. We're gonna go here. We're gonna paste our URL, and then we're gonna say terms of use. And then we're gonna click cancel, and then we're gonna click on privacy policy. And this one's privacy policy 4 because we've saved it numerous times, right? So what we can actually do is, because we don't have any more, we can just click that, and it should delete that 4 at the end. So we're gonna select this, privacy policy, go in here and type in privacy policy. And then we're gonna hit yes. Come back here, click cancel, and one more thing. And you can also add the CCPA if you like, but we're just gonna do this. And then I'm gonna Control C this part, come back here and say done. And there you go. And we're gonna click update. Now, if we preview our website, let's preview it here. Oops. And so if we scroll to the bottom, they show up here now. And so if we click on any one of them, let's say terms of use, is going to take us to the terms of use page. If you click on privacy policy, it's going to take us to this page. And obviously this doesn't look as pretty. So what we would have to do is go in there and adjust this, play with the theme a little bit so that we can remove the footers, remove stuff like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how, when you install Optimize Press, this process becomes much, much simpler. Okay. So, but that's basically how you do it. So at least now you're safer than if you were to just not have them at all. Okay. So that looks good. So now really quickly, let's add the contact us and about us page, just because we have them listed. So we should probably add them as well. So pretty simple. We're going to click on add new. We're going to type in contact us. And then we're going to say, hey, if you have any questions, contact us here. Yvonne@yvonnemanor.com, right? Whatever, as an example. We're going to click publish. We're going to click publish again. We're going to go back. And now this page is there, contact us page. And then we're going to add a new page, which was about us. Hi, I'm Yvonne, and I want to show you how to do this. Then we're going to click publish. We're going to click publish. And there you go. And so now we have all these pages set up. We're going to refresh, and now nothing's going to be here. So what we have to do is we have to add menu options. So if we go into appearances, go into menus, let's suppose we want to add the home, about us, and contact us page, right? So we don't want to add the California protection ad as part of the, we don't want to add any of this stuff as part of the menu. So we're going to remove it. Disclaimer, we're going to remove it. Remove DMCA, remove this, remove terms of use. And we're just going to have these three for now until maybe later on, once we add categories, once we start writing blog posts. And this is the menu one. We're going to say create menu. And then we can say manage locations. And then over here, so the primary menu, we want to select menu one. We're going to hit save changes. Now, if we go back here, we're going to refresh, and now boom, the menu is right here. Now it's kind of hard to see. So what I'm tempted to do is, until we figure out how to adjust this and maybe play around with the code a little bit, I'm thinking we should remove the header for now. So let's go back into customize. And if we just go to header image, we can just hide this image for now. And we can just hit save. And now it's just gonna, it's gonna be easier for us to see this while we play around with this. And by the way, if you go into footer text, if you say one column here, if you hit publish, now it's gonna show everything up nice and neatly, right? So it's just a matter of playing with the settings for your theme. Every theme's gonna be different. So you might have this option somewhere else. So there's that. So this looks pretty good so far. So now let me show you how to actually add the posts so you can actually start creating this affiliate stuff, right? This affiliate business, so we can add the products in there. So we're gonna go into, not all pages, let's go into posts so we can add a blog. However, if you want, you can also make standalone review pages if you like as well. Personally, I prefer to have it under posts just because it looks nice and neat because it's a part of all the other blogs that you have as well. So we can delete this post right here. And before we actually write a post, I think we need to pick a product so we know what we're writing a post on, right? So let's go back into our account. We'll go into Marketplace here. And then what I like to do is I like to click on this little magnifying glass, and it's just going to pull up all the most popular products for me here. And we can just go through the list. We have Exipure here, we have Prodentum, we have Icaria juice. So I think Prodentum is the one that I made the ad on, so I can show you how to do that here as well. So we're going to click on Promote, we're going to click on Create Hop Link, and we're going to copy, and we're just going to save this, right? So this is going to be our link that we're going to be using. So we're going to click on Copy, we can open a notepad and just paste it here. And this is going to be our Prodentum account. And we're going to click Close. And now we're going to head back over here. So now we can add a post. Now we have different options here. One is we can just write a basic post and we can throw some affiliate links in there. The second option we have is we could add a review post. So a complete just review post about the product. And three, what we can do is we can add just a regular blog post that has nothing to do with this product, so that we can build some SEO. So I'll show you some of these options here. For a review page, the easiest way to do it is going to be with optimized press. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. So let's first just create a post and go that route, and then I'll show you how to use optimized press to actually add a review page, and that's going to be the easiest. So we're going to click on Add New with Posts here. And what we can do here is we can add a post about, let's say, healthy teeth. So in this case, we are selecting Prodentum, which is about teeth. And if we open this URL, by the way, let's just see what it's going to look like. So it's going to look like this. So we can keep this in mind. So we could say, 5 ways to have healthy teeth. And then I'm going to show you how to do this and then how you can actually throw in your affiliate links in this blog post so that it's very natural. And you're basically just suggesting to people what they can do if they want more. So 5 ways to have healthy teeth. So we're not sure about this, right? So if you're not sure about the topic, you can just look up like ways to have healthy teeth. So you can just look this up and you can look up some options. So 11 best practices, let's go over here. And then what you would do is you would just basically reward this stuff. So don't go to bed without brushing your teeth and brush properly. So we can put that as 1 point. So tip number 1, brush your teeth and brush them properly. And then we can select it if you want. We can click paragraph, select heading, and we can make it heading 3 maybe, make it a little smaller. And then we can say, it's very important that you brush your teeth properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed up this video a little bit, and I'm going to add some tips. I'm not going to go all in and write like a 1,000-word essay, but I will just add some stuff so we have something to work with, all right? So stay tuned. All right, and so I added these 5 tips. I just summarized what I read over here in my own words. And then of course, if you do it yourself, you can take your time and add more content, do more research, stuff like that, but just to give us something to work on. So real quick, over here at the bottom, you have Yoast SEO, where you can add in a focus key phrase, such as, let's say, healthy teeth. And then it's going to guide you and show you how you can make this post even better for SEO, right? Because that's the whole point of these posts, of these blogs, is so that Google can find you. So the first thing is, hey, this contains 157 words. You need more. You need a meta description. You need stuff like that. And then if we scroll up here, so let me quickly then show you how to add the link subtly. And then you can go in and do stuff with the post here on the right-hand side. So what you can do, so the goal is to promote this link right here. So we can do it several ways. One is we can add another tip at the end. We could say, for example, tip number 6, use vitamins and supplements to preserve the health of your teeth. We can do that. And then you could say, there are many supplements you can use, but my favorite one is called Pro Dentum. If you want to learn more, check out their official website here. And then we can select all this. We can make it as a heading as well. And then this is like a bonus tip, right? So we can even say here, we can say bonus tip number 5, because these are the 5 ways. Let's say 5 tips to have healthy teeth. And then, yeah, and then so if you want to learn more, check out their official website, right? So we're just going to go in and copy this and then select this, and then we can paste it here. And then we can open it in a new tab, or we can just take them to the same one. Usually I like to open it in a new tab. And then boom, so if somebody clicks that, they'll be taken there. Now, what you could also do is you could say, hey, sugars can cause cavities and damage your teeth, so don't eat them. And then we could say, for an existing point already, we could say, P.S., there are supplements that can help reduce the damage to your teeth. For example, this one. And then this one we could highlight and we can add the URL right there. And then we could also do open a new tab. So that not to disturb, right? That's why I like opening it in a new tab, because if people are reading it and they're really into it, we don't want to disturb them and kind of force them to go back. We just want to open a new tab. It's less intrusive. And so this is how we added these affiliate links, right? So we added it here, we added it here. And then before we publish it, let's go into post. You can add a category. So this is where we like, if we want to add more things here at the top, and by the way, let's refresh the page. If we want to add more categories here at the top, such as like, let's say we can do add new. So like in my case, right, I have health, diet, weight loss. So if you want to do that, you're simply going to type in, for example, health. It's going to be a parent category, health, and then we can also add diet. Parent category means it's like a standalone category, and let's say fitness or whatever. And so this specific post is probably about, maybe about health, not about diet and fitness. So that wouldn't really apply. You can add tags as well. You can add a featured image. So this one is about teeth. So let's go into pixabay.com, which is another website we can use. And let's say teeth. And this one's not relevant at all, but kind of funny. So let's use it. Oh man, I hate this one. Let's download it. And we're going to come back here, set featured image. We're going to just simply drag it there. And now this is going to be the main featured image that's going to show up on our site for this post. And so there you go. And so if this looks good, we're ready to hit publish, ready to hit publish. Go in here, we can refresh. And if we go back into home, which is going to show all our blogs, boom, we have the first blog post right here. And if somebody clicks on read more, and they read through this, they can click here and boom, now they're taken to the affiliate link with my affiliate ID. And if they buy, guess what? You're going to make a sale. If they click here, if they buy, guess what? You're going to make a sale. And so that's the process for how you do this blog method. Now let me show you how to actually do the review post, which is the easiest way really. So 5 ways to have healthy teeth. Yeah, this looks good. Let's close out of this. Let's try to close out of stuff we don't need. So what you guys want to do is, so first you'll need to get optimized press. So if you guys head over to go.ivanmana.com/optimizepress, you'll be able to get nice templates here as well that you can use for a review site. So once you do that, yeah, you click on get optimized press and then you'll be able to select your plan. There is a discount as well. So you get 33% off if you sign up for this specific plan right here. This is the one I have just because I have many different websites and I already have it here on this site. But I'm going to install it on this site as well, just to show you how to do it, right? So I do suggest this one just because it has a lot more options. But if you're completely starting out and you only have one website, you can go with this one. It's pretty cheap compared to ClickFunnels, which is like $120 a month. This one's only $99 per year, right? So take a look and see if you like it. And then I'm going to log in and I'm going to show you how you can actually install it to your WordPress site and how we can go about editing stuff from here. I'll see you soon. And you are, by the way, looking for Optimized Press 3.0. So that's the latest version. So we're going to close out of that. You're going to scroll down. So the first thing you're going to see if you do decide to go with Optimized Press, just so it's easier for you to build a website, if you scroll down, go over here, you will need to download the dashboard plugin. So if you go ahead and click that, it's going to start the download right there for you. And then what we're going to do is come back here and go into, we're going to go into plugins. We're going to go click on add new, and then we're going to click on upload plugin, and we're going to say choose file. I wonder if you can drag it. Let me see if we can just drag it here. Okay, so it's not letting us drag it, so we do have to import a zip file. I'm going to go there, go to downloads, and use this one. Click on open. I'm going to click on install. This should install it to your WordPress now, right? And I'm going to show you roughly how to go around and how to do this and how you can add the review site. So it's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be really drag and drop. And once that's done, we're going to click on activate plugin. And I really like Optimize Press. It's really just like a ClickFunnels for your WordPress website. So I really like that part. So the first thing you have to do is connect your site. So you're going to click on connect and just make sure that you're licensed. You have the right license for it and stuff. You're going to click on authorize. And there you go. So the first thing you're going to want to do is install Optimize Builder. You're going to want to install Smart Theme, which is the same theme that I have here. So if you guys like this theme, you can use that theme as well. So that's kind of cool. Optimize Funnels I don't use, but you could install it as well. And then if you want to make sales, you can install all these other things here too. So we have to install that separately as well. We're going to do that. Good. And then we want to activate the Smart Theme. So the Smart Theme is this theme right here, okay? So if you like that, you're just gonna click on Activate, and then it's gonna be this one right here. And so now, if we preview our site, it's gonna look a little different. So I really like this look. I think it looks much more professional. So you have the logo here, you have the scroll, you have this nice. So yeah, so that's what you would do if you like Optimize Press and if you prefer to use it. If you're okay with paying the at least 99 bucks a year, which is very cheap comparatively with some builders, this is what it would look like. So there's that. So let me show you how to quickly customize it, how to edit some options here, and then how to add like a review page, right? Which is the main point. So over here, you're going to click on theme options, and this is the first part you guys are going to edit. So you can change all the stuff here. You can edit your logo, you can edit the footer stuff. And this is, by the way, where you would add all your terms, right? So you would add, I'm not sure if we have it here yet. Yeah, so that's gone. So this is where you would say like your website, healthy products today, all rights reserved. And then here you would say, right, you would say like home, you would say about us, you would say contact us. I'm not going to go through the whole process of like redoing all this, but I'm just going to like at least add these policies here. So terms of use, disclaimer, then we have cookie policy, something like that, I think. And then what you can do is select all of that, you can center it, and then that's how it's going to look like. And if you click on Save Changes, you refresh, you scroll down, boom, now you have it all here, okay? And obviously what you're gonna do is simply click on it, insert or edit a link, and then you're just gonna add a link. So straightforward. So these are like all these options here. You guys can play around with them. I don't wanna go into too much detail just because this is gonna kind of take us a little off topic, I think, but play around with them. It's pretty simple. There's that. So the whole point of this was to create pages or posts with the review site, right? So one more thing we have to do is go into dashboard. We didn't activate the builder. So we're going to activate the builder here. And then what you can do once you activate the builder is if you click on new page, you'll be able to use a template, right? So they have a bunch of different templates here that you can use. Now this specific one is my template, and I actually got this template from a course. And that course is a Super Affiliate Sniper, really good, highly suggest it. In fact, if you guys want to go into way more detail how to exactly do a site, like exactly the way I did here, step by step, leave no step unturned. If you guys just head over to go.ivanmana.com/affiliate sniper, you'll be able to take the same exact course that I did to get this same exact template for the review site. So what they did is these guys just literally gave me this pretty much template. All I had to do was just change some words around, right? So it's going to be this one right here, Affiliate Sniper, taught by Mark and Anthony, both amazing people. If you like the way I go into detail, you're going to love these guys even more because they go into even more detail. And then what these guys are going to do is literally give you a template like this one, and then you just fill in the blanks. So that's basically how you do it for every single product. So what we clicked here is I clicked on Create New Page, and I'm going to select the template. So let's suppose I want to use this one, the one they gave me. And I want to create a new post out of it, not a new page. And then this one, we're going to say, right, Pro Dentim Review. Is it worth it in 2023? And we're going to click on create page or post in this case. Yeah, but create page there. And so now it's under posts and you can edit it using optimized press. And this is the part I love about this whole thing about optimized press, is that it's just so damn easy to edit, guys. Like WordPress isn't easy to edit, right? Let's be real. But with optimized press, it really is. So you can simply add elements here on the left-hand side. You can change words around, like literally just ClickFunnels within WordPress. So it's got all the compatibility of SEO, of all the features. Like WordPress is the most popular like website builder right now. And so all you do is you're just going to go in and just change this stuff. So you would say get Pro Dentum at the discounted price to discover a method to get healthy teeth, right? And then ... Now 80% off. Brand new advanced drops help you have healthy teeth or something like that, right? And then you would just basically go in and just change the word. So everything is done for you. All you're gonna do is change the words and add the link. So instead of saying order Viva Slim now, we're just gonna say order Pro Dentum now. And then we're gonna add this affiliate link. So I'm gonna copy it again. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna add this link right here. And yeah, we're gonna open it in a new window as well. And that's it. So now this is gonna take people to Pro Dentum. We can also change the image, obviously. So, we can type in Pro Dentum here in Google. We can go into images and we can copy some images here. So let's say we want to save this one. We can just save this as an image. It saves as a web page. So what you can do is you can just cheat a little bit and say send as a PNG, save to Desktopia. And then you can go in here and you can click on this little image button, replace image. You can use Unsplash as well. They have a cool Unsplash integration, so you don't even have to search for images. You can click on upload. And actually, this is the one we added, right? So we can just drag it here. And then one thing is you want to go to the bottom here. And as you can see here, the default size is medium. You want to change that to like large, right? Because otherwise the quality is going to be bad. You're going to click on insert and boom, that's it. Now this is there. So really, you don't have to do any work for this review site. Super, super easy, guys. Anthony and Mark made it super easy for me because I really didn't use Optimized Press before this. But they go into every single detail showing you everything you have to do to make this work. And it's just incredible, all right? So definitely check it out. And that's the idea. So then you just go in and you literally just change this stuff up. This is for Viva Slim, obviously, right? But once you have this network set up of like one health product, one tooth product, one weight loss product, one, let's say they have like prostate product, blood pressure product, all you will have to do is just change the words because all the description is going to be the same. So if I promote another tooth product, I don't have to change this. I don't have to change this, right? Or if I'm promoting a weight loss product and I say, get this at a discounted price to discover a way to lose weight, I don't have to change that part of saying, hey, lose weight. I'm not going to have to change it. All I'm going to have to change is the actual name, right? So you will have to change the description for like 3, maybe 4 of the pages. But then after that, it's literally just changing the word and boom, you're off to the races. Super, super fast process. And then again, if you click on plus here, you can simply drag and drop elements. Like there's a bunch of them here. Very simple and very easy to edit. And if you want to add more space, you can add more space like this, add less space. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time like going over and just, changing all these words because then this video might be a few hours long, but hopefully you get the idea. And then you're going to click save. And this page is now going to be in your account. So it's going to be right there. So we clicked save. So now we can exit. So we can click the little exit thing. Now we saved it. We didn't publish it. So you do have to publish it here as well. Click on publish. And we can also add the category here. So this is health, right? So yeah, so this is still health, not diet or fitness. And then over here, we're going to scroll down. We can set a featured image. We can set the same featured image there, like this one, Pro Dentum. We're going to scroll back up. We're going to click on update. And we're going to go back here. We're going to refresh. And this should be our new post. So this post now shows up here. And then this post, Pro Dentum review. Guys, look, just the exact same way I have it. Like if you scroll down and you go back to my homepage, right? Just this. And like you gotta admit, it looks professional, it looks good. And this stuff gets approved on Google, at least for me or all the people using this, right? It gets approved. And then over here, you can change the logo. So like I showed you in the options where you go into the header settings, you would just change the logo. And yeah, so then if people click here, this is the page that we're then gonna be promoting on Google, right? And then we can obviously change that stuff. That doesn't look too good. So you're gonna go back into edit with optimize press. And then yeah, you just, like that's it. This is gonna be the page. Again, make sure to edit it. That's all you gotta do is just change the pictures and change the words. And if you're doing it for the first few times, change the description as well to say get healthy teeth as well. And yeah, so over here, we're just gonna select it and I'm gonna click control underline to remove the underline. But let's say, yeah, so that has the underline, then we're gonna hit save here. We're gonna go back. It's loading a little bit, there you go. And now if we refresh, that little line is not there anymore. And that's how you do that, right? So that's how you add this review page. So you can do it manually. You can go in and just in WordPress, you can just like, if you click on add new post without optimized press, you can just go in and just add a post right here and just do the same format that we followed for when we added that post about the 5 tips to have healthy teeth. You can do that same thing here. But I just find it so much easier with optimized press, and you get a template. You get a really cool template from that course, right? If you use it, or if you build it yourself with optimized press, it's just easier. Even if you don't take the lessons that I took, you can just build it out just because it's much easier because you have all the drag and drop elements. So that's how I would make my review site. That's how I did all these. And so now what we're gonna do is let's head over into Google Ads, and I'm gonna show you now how to actually promote this, right? What you're gonna do to get whatever I did here. We go back to dashboard. Let's see if we made any sales. No, not yet. Okay. So yeah, so the roughly $1,000 in the week or so that I did it. So I'm gonna go in and log into my Google Ads account, and I'm gonna show you the next steps there. All right, and so here we are inside the Google Ads account. So if you don't have an account yet, go to ads.google.com and simply sign up. Make it very easy for you. You can get on a phone call. You can contact their live chat support. They're always there for you to help you out. So what we're gonna do is click on Create Campaign over here. We're gonna click on New Campaign. And we're gonna be promoting this site right here, right? So this is the URL we need because this will have our affiliate link. If you wanna promote your post as well, so you can also promote the other one, you can promote this one as well if you would like to. Obviously, you would write more on it, but you can also promote this, right? For the purpose of this video, we'll be promoting this page right here, assuming it's complete and it's done. So I'm gonna click on New Campaign. We're gonna click on Website Traffic. We're gonna click on Search. We're gonna run a search ad. And then your business website, so we're gonna go in here. We're gonna copy it. We're gonna paste this website here, and then we're gonna give it a name. Let's say Pro Dentum Review. We're gonna click on Continue. And then we're gonna set, we want clicks here. Yes, we do want a maximum cost per click of, let's say, $2. Now this traffic will be higher quality, and because of that, it's gonna be more expensive. So you do have to pay a little bit more. So you can start with $1 if you like. And if you're just not getting enough traffic, then you can increase it, right? So you can do that. So we're gonna click Next. We're gonna deselect this option. We're only gonna go with Google Search Partners. And then for location, I like to go with Tier 1 countries. So that's gonna be America, Canada, let's type in Canada, let's type in Australia, and then New Zealand. You can type Target, and then last one is United Kingdomia. So these are the Tier 1 countries, which are considered to be the highest quality traffic, and they are. So languages, you wanna make sure you choose English unless you're targeting, you're writing ads in a different language and you're targeting those people. More settings, we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, I mean, generally I leave it to do not optimize rotate ads indefinitely, but for now, the priority is kind of just seeing, making sure our ads are running, getting our ads out there, right? And so for this site, again, assuming you filled everything in and you changed all these Viva Slims with Prodentum, we're gonna remove this and we can just target. We're gonna type in phrase Prodentum Review, okay? That's what we're gonna do, Prodentum Review. So that's what we're gonna be targeting as a phrase match. You can also make it an exact match if you want. But sometimes people might type in like, oh, like read Prodentum Review, right? Stuff like that. In that case, you don't mind showing your ad. And so over here, we're gonna add our headlines. And so you could say something like Prodentum Official review. You can say learn about Prodentum here. And then what I like to do is I like to make sure that these are the things that people see first. So what I'm going to do is pin them, show them in position 1, and show these in position 1, right? So these are going to be my ones that are always going to be in position 1 right there. And then you see the preview here. You see it on mobile and on desktop right here. And then for the second headline, I like to add a call to action. So get started now, or order your supply now. Then we're going to click here. We're going to make it position 2. And then for headline 3, it's kind of optional. So I like to say something about the product. So in this case, for example, 100% all natural. And then we're just going to pin this to position 3. And so now we're going to have these two alternating against each other. These two first headlines that are in position 1. These two are going to be alternating against each other that are in position 2. And then this one will always be the third. So you can add another third if you like. I think it's a little too much testing. So this is what our ad is going to look like, Prodentum official review. And then we're going to add something to it. So what you can do is you can come in here and just copy paste. So maybe just copy this whole thing. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it here. And then we're probably going to have to cut it because it's too long. So we're going to say, instead of grab, I don't like grab. Let's say order Prodentum at the discounted price to discover let's just say to get healthy teeth, right? And then in parentheses, we can say now 80% off. That's okay. And then over here, we could say something else. We could say, well, we didn't write anything here. So, but maybe this, or maybe here, brand new advanced drops. So copy that, come back here, paste it. And then we could say Prodentum is a solution that is brand new. Let's say with advanced drops to help you have healthy teeth, right? And then these two, I don't need to pin them because I don't mind which one goes first. But you can do that. Then we're going to click next. And it's giving us a recommended daily budget of $2,000. So if you're not okay to spend $2,000 per day on ads, I would suggest you click on custom budget and change this to maybe 50, which is what I have now. And then it's saying you're not expected to get any traffic, but that's okay, guys. These are just Google suggestions, right? I would say play it by ear, start slow, start low. And then as you kind of progress and see whether you are getting traffic or not, then you can go in and adjust the price and change the countries and do their suggestions. That's okay, yeah. So it's not really missing any information. The bid is just a little bit lower, I think. So there's that. And then if you go click on ads, this is going to be your ad, right? So congratulations, you've created your Google ad. And then if you click here, you're going to be taken to this page. If you click on the site, boom. And then if you buy, if somebody buys, you're going to make a commission. And then if you scroll to the bottom, you should see all the terms. Well, what you would do to this page, what we didn't do, is you would just copy what you had in the footer there. You would just literally copy it here. And it should have all the links saved as well. So you don't have to go in there and manually relink it. So because it's a page, this one functions a little differently. But on all your posts, it would be the same. So if you just go into Healthy Products Today, and we click on this post that we did, if we scroll to the bottom, these ones should be there, right? The ones that we set in the footer. And so that's that. So you would just monitor this ad. You would see how it's doing, but the keywords are pretty straightforward, Prodentum review. So again, if you want a very thorough look at how to do this and how to set up every single part in way more detail than what I showed you here, as well as get this really cool template that you just drag and drop, definitely take a look at the affiliate sniper course. So just go over to go.ivanmana.com/affiliate sniper and you guys are gonna learn exactly how to do everything that I showed here in way, way, way more detail. But hopefully this gave you an idea of exactly how to build out your affiliate website for Google Ads, and your chances to be approved should be much, much higher based on my experience from what I've done here and based on the experience of others who have followed the same system. And the reason for that is because A, they built a fully fledged website. They have way more posts And 2, they have all the legal terms, all the disclaimers, everything like that. So the chances of Google latching on to you and saying, oh, disapproved, are much lower, right? Because Google has gotten more strict over the years. So I hope you guys found this content valuable. If you did, definitely take a look at my other YouTube videos at youtube.com/IvanMana. I have almost 500 videos at this point showing you various tools, techniques, methods for making money online with different systems, different networks, all that fun stuff, guys. So take a look. And I do also offer my own training courses if you want to go into more detail as well into anything regarding Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, Facebook Ads, or affiliate marketing and ClickBank in general. Take a look at ivanmana.com/o-courses. With that said, thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one.